Welcome back to these Advent Reflections. Today is day 15, and we're going to talk about King Solomon. Solomon was David's son, but his reign did not begin peacefully, as his name might suggest. His name, in fact, means peace. No, instead, he had to get appointed under duress, get anointed by David under duress, because David's son Adonijah had been conniving and striving to be appointed king after David had died. So Solomon does become king, and his reign is characterized by 4 different eras. The first era was in his youth. God had asked Solomon to ask for whatever he wanted, and Solomon asked for wisdom. Wisdom so that he could discern good from evil, so that he could rule God's people wisely. And God gave him that wisdom. The second era was the era of Solomon's building. He built the temple. He built this beautiful structure that would be the home of the ark, the home of God's presence on his holy mountain. And he did it with stone and timber, precious metals and precious stones, so that this was a glorious building to honor God. And in fact, Solomon's prayers at the dedication of the temple were really beautiful as well. And this was the pinnacle of Israel's existence. When they had the temple, they had God's presence in the center of their very nation. The third era is Solomon's continued building of the city, of the walls, of the expansion of his influence. He built and built and built. He made alliances with the surrounding kingdoms. But unfortunately, he did 2 things that weren't so good. Number 1, he essentially enslaved a lot of the 10 northern tribes in Israel to use for his building projects. And number 2, the alliances that he made with the surrounding kingdoms entailed marriages. That was the way they did things in the ancient Near East. If a king made an alliance with another prince or kingdom, there would be a marriage to symbolize the joining of those 2 kingdoms. According to the Bible, Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. Even discounting the hyperbole that the Bible often uses, even if it was 70 wives and 30 concubines, it would still be a headache to my way of thinking. But this caused problems in other ways. For these foreign wives brought with them their foreign gods. And Solomon, to keep peace in the household, remember his name means peace, he had to build them their shrines to their foreign pagan deities, which was not according to the law of Moses. So in the 4th era of Solomon's reign, we see opposition arising. Opposition because he enslaved many people from those 10 northern tribes, and opposition because he lets in all these pagan deities, building them shrines, all because of his foreign wives. So Solomon's reign, Solomon's life, began in a very humble way. He asked God not for riches or power or fame, though he did get those things. He asked God only for wisdom. Wisdom to rule his people wisely. And initially he did. And with that came the fame and the fortune and the prosperity of his land. But his heart became divided. It became divided because of perhaps a lust for power. It became divided because of his many wives. And so we can ask ourselves, how might my heart be divided? Do I spend too much time at work? Rather than spending it with my family? Do I spend enough time in prayer? Do I follow the laws of the church? Going to Mass, attending Mass when I should? That is every Sunday and holy day is an obligation. Is there more that I can do? Is there a way for me to achieve a more undivided heart, which doesn't diminish me, but it will enrich me? Ask God for assistance in that. And we'll see you tomorrow.